Are we live? Can everybody hear me? Give me a thumbs up if you guys can hear me and everything's good on your end. Okay. I need to check this and make sure that this is all going good. Okay, I guess we are live. What's up, everybody? Haven't seen you guys in a long time. Here I am, and boy, what a ride it's been, right? Ever since I started these videos like 5 years ago, here we are in a different state of the world, different rules and regulations, and a lot has changed. And I've been wanting to get this video up for a while, and it's just been busy. A lot of things going on. A lot of things have changed in my life, and I think that I have some good ideas going forward that I think you guys will be interested in. Couple things. I think you guys will hear my cat meowing outside. I hope you guys don't hear him. Um, no writing right now, and things have kind of gotten just put on hold. You know, I did the Baja Diaries a few months back before summer, and I have reached a point with Baja Diaries where I'm done for it. I'm done with it for now. 30 episodes, and I think I've reached, you know, um, a lot of people. I've taken everybody on numerous rides with my camera, and um, you know, if you guys follow me along here in the last year or two, especially with this COVID thing, it's really turned hard for me to get down there and continue to pump out content and find time, as well as find time with Hacienda Gabe and Fire Freddy to, you know, with their schedules and with everything that's going on in the world. I found myself just not enjoying it. It became more of a chore, and I decided I needed to take a break and put it on the back burner for a while. So, um, we're not done for good, but we're going to take a long break. I have things at home that I have to attend to as well. I got my kids, they're playing high school sports, and I don't want to miss any of that. And then I started a new business, another business. So I'm trying to get that off the ground. So yeah, COVID's kind of turned everything into a whirlwind, and now I got to kind of organize it to make my life happier, not happier, but just more. I'm more able to, you know, get through it, right? So I'm going to try to do these shows in instead of, you know, hitting the road and going out there for a while. But if you guys notice on my YouTube channel, I've now been blessed by YouTube to offer membership, and I think this is great. This is what I've been trying to get this platform to give me, but I had to get to 10,000 followers, and I just couldn't get up there. And for whatever reasons that are, or what it is, I've had hundreds of you guys tell me, why aren't you bigger? Um, so they gave that to me, and I'm going to offer it. So you'll see a couple different levels in there. I have some great plans for people who become members. So if you become a member, you can try it out for a couple months and you will get special videos on that. And I won't, and I can't promise what that is yet, but I'm working on some things that I think you guys might find interesting. So we'll just establish this new channel as Berm Cannon Stay Home and entertain you guys for a while until we can get back out on the trail. And I think that will come. Um, but I'm not going to make any promises right now because it's like I can't. Because the last year I had a lot of things I wanted to shoot down in Baja and as far as other trips, and they just couldn't get done. So we'll do that. Uh, Baja Diaries is my Instagram. I am on Twitter, which I really want everybody to really start kind of going there. Instagram is just, and for you guys that don't know, I have a marketing business and I've dealt with social media companies the last 10 years since their inception, and they've just become messes. Not only stealing privacy, getting into people's privacy, but now there's so much spam. Their algorithms are just horrible, and it's just messy. It's just a messy platform, and until something else comes out, Twitter just seems to be the best. Straightforward. If you subscribe to somebody, you will get that tweet, and you don't see anything else. Also, they're starting to get into cryptocurrency where you can move money around, pay people through Twitter, and they're getting into the NFT market too, if you guys don't know what that is. And I think that's better steps into what we all could use for a social media platform instead of all these filters, all these things that they make you jump through the hoops. I'm looking at on Instagram now. It's just like you can't even keep up. You gotta just like be posting these short little, like, I call them trigger videos. Actually, for writing, I call those writing videos writing porn, because actually Meta just posted one, and some of you guys were sending that stuff to me, and we all know that the guy's not taking his brand new Africa Twin on a rocky coast and riding a razorback. uh, it's specifically made to trigger our brains to go like, oh, that's so amazing. Click the likes, and then we all share it. It's all the dopamine hit. Because if he came with me on a trip and we were down in Baja and he did that, I'd be like, no, because we all know what the risk for doing that. The guy probably had a helicopter, drone, backup trucks, and whatnot. So my point is that stuff's cool, but it's also being produced on Instagram. Like everybody's turning into shock and awe posting, and there can be a market for that. But I just think that I'm not going to participate in it because it's a never ending monster to keep feeding, right? So. Um, What's up, guys? Z Fast Joe, long time no see, man. Man, this is crazy. It's funny when you haven't did a video in a long time. There's only how many people we have in here? Yeah, we only have 5 people in here, so my channel's dying. Okay, so I have things to kind of go over with you guys tonight. I have some special behind the scenes footage from High Sierra Diaries. I'll share with you guys on how California does not clear their forests, and I have proof of that. But the next talking point, let's get into. I sold tow truck Alex's XR650, And I've actually been looking for a buyer for my 650 as well. And it's been a year now. I've been searching for the right person and whoever has decided to reach out to me. And uh, yeah, I think I have a buyer for mine. I have to do some things because I found there's some issues with the uh, carburetor. And so I'll announce that when I actually make the final sale on that. But Tow Truck Alex's bike is sold. And I'm actually shipping it to back east. And J Rod on Instagram reached out and he was hungry for it. So thanks, J Rod. I appreciate it. And your bike will be leaving here in the next week or so, and we'll get that out to you. Um, oh yeah. So the arm's great, Joe. Um, that was another thing too. Last year, I wasn't really happy about that. You know, I definitely was thinking about missing some time with the fam, and I wanted a mountain bike in Mammoth for that week, and I couldn't. And I had to balance this whole riding motorcycles and going on these trips and not really getting any kind of pay for this whole last year. There was like no money in it for me as far as doing videos and because the motorcycle industry is dying, and for people that you know think otherwise, they've got another thing coming. All my colleagues, money's drying up, and probably the only thing that will be kept alive is racing, and it'll be put on TV, and that will be, I think, okay. But yeah, my arm's better. Wait, what? Steve, you broke your femur in Valley T? How did you do that? Hit me with that. Let me know how you did that. That's crazy. This is right before, I'm guessing, the 1000. Um, and also, too, I actually had another thing. Some guys, I'll have to share it with you guys. I had a guy, Donald, went down with a bunch of buddies, and he wrote me a terrific uh, kind of story about their whole trip, sent me pictures. Thanks, Donald. I really liked that. A lot of you guys have gone down there and shared your stories and tagged me, and I appreciate that. That's cool. And um, it's great to see you guys get down there and kind of change things up. And also, I've consulted 3 trips this year, and I got another one, a bunch of guys going down in February. If you guys are interested in that, hit me up and I'll consult you and get you some of my routes. And you guys can take your friends down there. I've totally decided not to take and be a rider, a tour guide. I think there's other outfits like, um, dang it, we just went blank. Let me just find this. Um, you went over the bars, flowing, felt good, just passed out. Why do you think you passed out, Steve? If you can tell me. So Baja Bound, Tim Morton and Jennifer Morton, they do a better job at touring people down there in Baja. So it's just there's a lot going on with that. So I decided just to kind of consult people, and my video's still up there. But basically, I'll just walk you guys through it. We'll have a Skype video with your whole group, and as long as you guys are somewhat of good sense, it's doable for anybody. Um, but let's see. What are we going to talk about next? Um, yeah, I mean, I got a question on the state of the motorcycle industry, and it's just, um, it's it's going to go electric. I really believe that. It may be a slow death, maybe another 10 years, but it'll eventually. All it's going to take is one of the big manufacturers just to go, okay, no more. We got great technology, and then it'll slowly change over. And then these bikes will all be collector's items and vintage. But I've talked to a lot of dealers. I mean, L.A. County, Orange County, there's really not a lot of people buying motorcycles anymore. People, it just wasn't what it used to be, and it's hard to get a family to go buy motorcycles. And then you got to tell them, hey, you got to drive 4 to 5 hours out in the desert to ride these things. And then also on top of that, when you ride them, you're just going to be riding whooped out side by side trails. So, electric mountain biking, the pedal assist, there's a lot of guys buying that stuff. I see them everywhere, electric bicycles. So I think it'll get to that. I mean, pretty much you can get on those things now and they have a throttle. So the technology is advancing every year. And um, that's just the way it is. So, I mean, it's I was like mad about it and fighting it years ago, but now it's just like, what are you gonna do? Steve, let me know how you passed out. Were you drinking enough water, or what happened? Uh, yeah. What bike were you riding? That's crazy. Yeah. Luckily, you had Justin to help you there, right? Okay. So let's talk about this because this is something I've made comments on my Instagram. But so crazy, California and their forest fires, and then the whole Donald Trump thing. There was this thing of like, oh, they don't clear the forests, and the left will say no because it's climate change. That's why there's all these fires. Well, oh, I'm gonna share my screen with you guys. Okay, so here's my behind the scenes on High Sierra Diaries a few years back. Okay. Um, Here's Alex. We're having a good time. Let's see here. And let's see. And I'm going to show you some pictures that show you that they don't. Look at
Oh,
this.
you mean sideways? I don't.
Can you guys see all these logs just like laying around? Now, this is kind of a somewhat of a cleared out area, but I'm going to show you
No, I don't think so.
another um, picture right now where it's going to be like just, you're going to be like, what? Yeah, this video was awesome though. Yeah, look at this. Okay. Now look, I mean, that's just this stuff's been sitting there for years. And I wish I would have kept I threw a lot of pictures out. I deleted a lot of them. And this is this is just one, but I had other ones in other areas where they just cut stuff down and let it just lay on the forest floor. And so yeah, I mean, when the fires go, you have all this fuel, you know. Some of these trees, I mean, this was up near the sequoias, and or is it sequoias or the giant redwoods? I don't know. I get them both mixed up, but um, look at this crap. Like this is basically they don't clean the forest floors like they said. You know, this was a really good trip. This is when I was on the here's another picture. This is one of the giant red sequoias or whatever. But a lot of the look at all this stuff right here. This was everywhere up there that we went. Just branches all on the floor because you know they want to leave things natural for the uh, the natural environment. And this was the I love this picture right here because this was my my pitch to a magazine to, hey, I'm going to do this High Sierra Diaries. And to be honest, they weren't really interested. They didn't give a shit. And when I shot this photo, they weren't even impressed. Like they weren't impressed. Like this is what you're going to show your viewers. This is what people don't see. And this is years back now. What, like 2016? But I just love how they didn't. I could sense they just weren't really excited. They didn't really. They're like whatever. Yeah. And I thought it was the coolest series on YouTube where I took people up into the high Sierras and we started here in Kernville, and you guys have all seen it. This is just cool stuff. And we took the Sierra 450. I offered to wear this gear for the magazine and just to do them a favor to give them more exposure, but I actually hated this gear. This gear sucks. And it's cheaply made. It's made in China. I don't know, I guess that's a Canada company. They make like snowmobile gear. I don't think their stuff's made in China anymore. From what I hear, they're gigantic, but at the time the stuff was really not built well as far as I was concerned. Um, yeah, so back to you, Steve. So you went over the whoops and you were hydrated. You just probably hit something, yeah? Yeah, that happens, man. So you got to have a team with you to scrape you up, put you in the meat wagon. Uh, I don't know. I didn't mean to go through all these, but this is kind of fun to go back and reminisce. We actually put our bikes in the hotel room because I just didn't trust them being out there. Oh, and then I had Donald who wrote me in an email. He actually went back there and he got the cheesecake at Colonel Brewing. He said it was
How
amazing.
was that?
So I actually was
High
kind of like,
keto
I
or
was kind
full
of touched by
keto?
that, guys. Like you guys are actually going
My
back
keto's
and
going
going to
perfectly to
all the
plan.
places we went. That's kind of funny. Yeah, Kernville, man, that's like a great place to go and ride. Um, and it can get hot up there, but if you just kind of stay near and near the river, it's kind of cool. Actually, my favorite part is when I jumped in the river. Let's see. Oh yeah, this is when me and Alex went up at night in the middle of nowhere, and we did some night photography. And to be honest, I mean, this is just bitching. I mean, it's just like the best. It's like this is when you take pictures like this. I told you guys to like learn night photography when you go on your rides, because this is the stuff you hang in your bathroom and piss your wife and girlfriend off, or hang in your garage, because it really encapsulates the feeling when you're out there. You're really just out there by yourself, and it's just cool. Oh yeah, so you had a group of eight started from Tecate heading to Mike's. Yeah, yeah, man, Baja could bite you. Comes out of nowhere. You know, that's why the speed started slowing down year after year for me, because it was like eventually you're gonna get bit hard. Okay, so there's that. I showed you guys the forest, how they don't clear it. I wish I would have kept a lot of my photos of us just hiking up in this area, because it really did kind of show they don't clean. They clean along the roadsides and stuff, but up in, off Jeep roads, they don't do it. So, when is the date on these? When did we go down there? Oh, I love this photo too. Let's see up here. This is out that we found a good turnout coming down from Tehachapi, overlooking Bakersfield. Damn it, it was so hot there. Coming into Bakersfield, it was like 100. Um, but I love that. That was a cool scene. Just we decided to kind of just um, kind of just turn around, turn the cameras on, and get some shots again. Of course, the magazines didn't use any of these. Magazine guys are just weird. They're just weird on certain looks and shit. It was really kind of they got weird taste, but yeah, it does bite, and that's how you live and learn. Absolutely, Steve. But uh, yeah, being a lawn dart, right? It's like I'll tell you though, I got kicked on my 650 a couple times down there, and that 650 saved my life because I actually stayed on it, and then it just destroyed whatever it went into. Like if it was a bush, it would destroy the bush, but I would still somehow be on the seat. Um, yeah, these are great to go. I think I'm going to do that on the next video too. Is go through some of these trips and talk about the behind the scenes thing. This is some real gold. This is like real ranch land outside of Los Angeles that's been in families for like over 100 years, and we rode through this stuff. Real beautiful up there on the way to Tehachapi, and then outside on the way to Kern. But yeah, I think what was that on this KTM, and then Alex was on that 450. Yeah, man, they've sold a lot of those bikes. Here's some more of that behind the scenes up there as you're entering into Kern County. It's this old California ranch land, and beautiful, just gorgeous California. And then a couple years later from this trip, we then me, Fire Freddy, and Hacienda Gabe, we go the opposite way towards the coast, and we'll talk about that trip on another video. This was another picture. Well, I think the magazine used this one because there's some old stuff up there. Here you go. This is like the typical Baja Diaries Berm Cannon adventure stuff right here. I got the shoes like right there. Shoes, jacket, credit card. Yeah, this is always bitching too. It's nothing like a river nearby, when you're riding. So, okay, so we went over that, and so now, uh, this has been on the radar, right? Some of you guys have tagged me, sent this stuff to me. This new Norden. Um, yeah, I mean, this is all cool. I like this. I like the headlight. I like the look of the front. This thing looks like a tank. It's probably more heavier than the Africa Twin, to be honest. I mean, it looks really wide too. I don't know if any of you guys have seen this on a showroom floor yet. Maybe you can tell me in the comments. But um, yeah, I don't know if I'll be getting one of these, and I don't think Husqvarna is interested in giving me one to try. I think they've seen the 701 video, and that's not fair, right? They need to be honest and take it as it is, right? But it's fine. Let's see here. Yeah, I mean, it looks like a street bike for sure. I mean, it's got a really wide seat. Um, I can't really zoom in on that. I hear this thing is really expensive. Um, we'll get to those guys, but I think it's like 25 grand. Yeah, so Jesse's saying that it's like the 990. Yeah, it could be. I mean, to be honest, I was really talking smack on this thing, but I like the way it looks on the front. I think they did a good job, but they have to cut these things down. They gotta make these things a little bit lighter. But again, I think these engineers are looking at these things are more made for street and fire roads, and they don't expect anybody to take these things across like a river. Because man, some of the stuff up in the high Sierras, you can't cross a river with this thing. There's no way. No way. I mean, if you do, you better move boulders, get off the bike and move boulders first. Let's see here. But I like the color scheme. Yeah, it'd be cool if they made like a 600 or a 650, a single cylinder, make it a little bit more narrow, you know. We're always searching for that next 650 type thing, right? So, let's see here. So, yeah, I think what we're gonna do. Oh, did I freeze here? Huh. Let's see something. Having technical difficulties here. Yeah, thanks, Steve. Yeah, appreciate the compliment, and yeah, I mean you know I gotta keep things in check and make sure you know uh, keep family going here, and there's other life things, and but we'll get back to it, and we'll make sure that we'll get more content going. Maybe by the end of this year, or even in the middle. I don't know. I don't know what to say, or rather just not plan. Yeah, the T7 is, and I'm bummed too about that because I was supposed to get one, and like I said, the motorcycle industry is drying up, and my contacts are not. They're not real aggressive, or they're not interested. So I was working a lot with some old contacts and doing stuff with them, and things seemed to be a lot, you know, seemed to be working, and I was able to like get bikes and stuff, but not now. And I'm just getting tired of like bootlicking, you know. So maybe if Jimmy's got something, then maybe I'll try that out. But so, anyways, that's it for this one. We did 35 minutes. So in the next live, this is what we'll do. We'll be talking about different projects. I'm gonna bring Freddie on. Also, the guys who did the Baja Diaries trip back in September. I want to try to get those guys on and talk about Baja. Um, Maybe we'll get Johnny back on here, and I want to kind of build this following that I've built the last 5 years, and kind of just continue to provide some insight, or at least a place to hang out on YouTube on Monday nights. So um, I hope you guys will all continue to stick with the channel, and I'll keep these up and put them in a playlist for live feeds. And you guys can just always, if you don't catch them live, you can just go watch them. But also too, if you guys want to come on and talk to me, I'm going to set up my Skype where you guys on the next show bring some conversation. Let's talk about some things, and I want to do that too. And I think that's a good thing to, if you guys want to ask about Baja and Baja things, or you want to talk about bikes, we can do that. So thank you. You guys have a good night, and we'll see you on the next one, most likely next week. So see ya.